Are you thinking about relocating here to Anthem Henderson? Well, we got you covered. Today's video, we're gonna go over the pros and cons about living in Anthem. One of the best things about living in Anthem is all the parks that are available. Today, we're coming to you live from Anthem Hills Park. This park has basketball courts, a skating park, and there's even a great jungle gym behind me. So if you got little kids that need to blow off some steam, this is a great place to come. And also, if you like to run and get a good workout in, get some good cardio, Leo, let's show them this field here. This would be great if you're one of those that you like to get out, maybe do some sprints, play some football with your friends or anything. This is a great place that you can get some great cardio in. Another pro in the Anthem Henderson area is the school district that's up here. It is one of the more popular and higher ranked school districts in town. One of the schools that are in the area is WEBB Middle School. And another popular school is Henderson International, which is a private school. And for all of you basketball fans, Henderson was the host for Finley Prep back in the day that produced quite a bit of NBA players that did come out of here in Las Vegas. So it's kind of cool to have them here tucked away in the Anthem area. Another pro about living here in Anthem and in Henderson is all the golf courses that's available. And with sunshine nearly 365 days a year, you can always get out to play around. Right behind me, you have the REVERE golf course. And just in Henderson alone, there are about 11 golf courses that you can play at. So in Vegas alone, it gets very hot in the summertime. We might hit temperatures of 115, 117 degrees for a few days. It doesn't stay that way for stretches at a time, but you might get a few days here and there where we touch, 117, and getting in your car is the last thing you want to do. So if you're not accustomed to the heat, I would definitely recommend coming to Vegas in the summertime. Stay for a few days, see if you can tolerate the heat, because that's definitely going to be one of the biggest adjustments that you're going to have to make once you move here. And if you're, if you're sticking around for the summer seasons. Some pro tips on how to stay cool if you're renting or you're looking to purchase. Make sure there's a garage. I think that may sound very obvious, but there are a lot of apartments out here that do not have garages. So that's one thing you definitely want to keep an eye out for. A lot of people in Las Vegas have their windows tinted. On my car, I even have my windshield tinted. So that way I can try to keep as much cool air within my car as possible. And of course, probably you don't want to drive a black car. As nice as they look at night, in the daytime, it just gets very, very hot. And I can say after having a black car, that's the last thing I want to drive, even though I bought another one. And another tip from Leo is get a windshield cover. Anything that you can do to just deflect some of that heat will help. But again, that is one of the biggest adjustments that you will have to make when you move here to Vegas. Another con about living here in the Anthem Henderson area, just like we covered earlier in our video, is the cost of living. So the housing prices is one of the biggest factors as to what drives up the cost of living factor, which we covered is about 30% higher than the national average. So the median home price is slightly over $400,000 compared to the national average, which is about $230,000. And here in Las Vegas, generally it's about $300,000 or so. So you are gonna pay a little more to live here in Anthem, but again, you get a ton of amenities. Crime is lower, better school districts. So just some of the things to kind of take into account when you're thinking about moving here. And also when you're looking to purchase or to rent. You know, you are going to pay just a little more, but there's a lot that comes along with it. And again, myself, I've actually lived in the area, I thought it was a great place to live. I had absolutely no complaints, and you know, I would certainly consider living up here again. Now, when it comes to purchasing a home, obviously the higher the sales price of the property that you're looking at, that's going to require a little more money down as well. So here in Clark County, which is where Henderson is located, the FHA loan maximum is about $350,000. So anything above that would require you to look at conventional financing. Now, conventional financing typically is for people or borrowers with slightly higher credit scores, slightly overall stronger credit profiles in terms of debt to income ratio, maybe the income they make, the assets that they have. So depending on your credit score, depending on what your profile looks like when you get pre-approved, that could be a big deciding factor as to the type of home you can purchase and the part of town that you live in. So depending on what your comfortable payment, would be, that's something you definitely want to get with a loan officer to start looking at getting pre-approved ahead of time if you're looking to move here and purchase. Because again, that price mark or that loan amount is a hard factor to consider when buying. So again, if you're at $350,000 and under FHA, you can do that all day long, which is only a 3.5% down payment. But if you're going to look to purchase something in the $400,000 range, you're definitely going to have to come in with a conventional loan, and that you're looking at probably at least 5 to 10% down in order to purchase. So the Eastern Avenue is one of the main streets off of the 215 freeway that takes you into Anthem. And if you're driving that street during morning rush hour or the afternoon rush hour, I mean, it's a 4-lane road that is just jam-packed with traffic. That to me is just such a frustrating thing coming off the highway, and you're probably going to wait, I would say, at least another 20 minutes or so to get down into really into Anthem. So there are other avenues to get there, like St. Rose, Pecos. You could take some other side streets, but Eastern is probably one of the main streets that you can get up and down. So the traffic on Eastern to me is definitely a con in the area. And on top of the traffic, the accessibility to the freeway, I feel there's other parts in Henderson that you can live closer to the 215. So just depending on maybe your job or how often you have to get on the highway to be able to get to other places and parts of town, that may become a nuisance to you. Me personally, I go to the airport quite a bit, so I like to be close to the 215 or the 15 freeway. But living in Anthem, like I said, Eastern is one of the main roads and exits to get onto the 215. If not, you could look at a couple of other exits either before or after Eastern, which could work for you, but again, it just depends on how far back into Anthem you live, because it does stretch pretty far back into the area. So there you have it, the pros and cons about living in Anthem Henderson. Hope that helps you guys decide as to what part of town you might want to live in, where you want to relocate to when you come here to Nevada. So we're going to wrap up, grab some lunch here at Cafe Rio. And again, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get all the latest details, videos about Las Vegas, and we'll see you on the next one.